Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Got a crossout video for us today, guys. Now in today's video we are going to be going over the new Artemis epic crossbows that were released into the game today. Basically, for those who don't know how they operate, they're kind of a mix between a conventional crossbow and a devourer. Basically, they have a magazine of 7 bolts, and then once you've fired the seventh bolt of that magazine, they will begin to reload. They've got a very good perk, and they've got really good stats in general, to be honest. Like 556 Dura for something at that hitbox at Epic is actually really quite solid. They're very easy to armor, and their perk, as I said, is pretty nuts. Basically, I'll leave it up, but basically the entire principle is that the more projectiles that hit a target, the more damage the next set of projectiles will do. And these things can get up to some pretty insane numbers pretty quick. For example, this build by here it's got a Jackie, but it's a 0 stack of Catalina, so it's less than you would have originally on different cabins. The first salvo, if you will, first 7 shots will do you 660 odd damage. I think I got some whites, that's more like 700. But then the second, shooting at just cab, will deal nearly 1100. And that's with 0 stacks of Catalina. When you get up to 10 stacks of Catalina and you get like the perk going as well, you can get 1400, 1500 damage a salvo in these things, which is pretty insane, to be honest. I would kind of just based off the damage alone, that probably is going to make them one of the best epic weapons in the game. The only epics I can think of that can deal like more damage and deal better than that's probably either Yong Wang or the new elephants, just because the new elephants are absolutely busted. For the build itself, we've got it on a kind of like an end tier Odin Catalina cabin. Whoever made the build obviously thinks the guns are very strong, but I had the bright idea of putting it on a Catalina card because, again, they're epic weapons that deal like lots and lots of damage. So you're pretty much guaranteed to get a stack every salvo. So it shouldn't take more than 10 salvos to get 10 stacks of kata, in which case, again, you're just dealing even more than you should. And yeah, we're going to be going at like 15,000 power score in this thing. So we're definitely in the legendary slash relic territory. Basically meaning that if these unfused epics can do well at this power score, then they're going to do even better at low power score. Because again, epic weapons at only 12 energy is only 1,600 power score each. That means you can get 2 of these things for only 3,240. If you're doing, say, a Battle for Uranium at like 9 or 10k thousand power score, your weapons are only going to be a third of your entire build, which means you should be able to get these guns on the build and have a pretty sturdy build itself. For anyone who's played like an Athena hover or a Destructor hover, legendary, or like a Chiron hover, legendary weapon hovers, the problem is that your weapons are consuming about 4,800 of your power score, which means your build's quite squishy. But in something like this, you shouldn't have that problem. So I'm guessing, based off the damage alone, that these things are going to be, if the next Battle for Uranium is around 9 or 10k, then you're going to see quite a lot of these things. We're going to take it now, like I said, at this 15,000 power score, just to give it a proper run for its money. We'll probably run it in the usual 7 or 8 games just to give it a proper test out, and I hope you'll enjoy. Alright, coming on, new crossbows. Let's see what you can do, shall we? Now, my general understanding of this thing is that it's kind of a mix between a crossbow and like a devourer with like a set clip. So you can single shot it, but I think we're better off just holding down the mag. Also, bear in mind that the more someone gets hit by these things, the more damage they'll take. So I think we're better off also just focus firing. That was a good amount of damage. Jesus Christ. Okay, team, yeah, just peek him. He's a Reaper, bro. Just peek him. So basically, just getting 3 stacks here. Okay, that's a lot of damage. We're on 4 stacks already, thanks to the Reaper. Oh, that's a teammate. Oh my god. Okay, I'll just fight a rest. Reload. What are you? Oh, mama. I see. I bet I'll take his gun now. Yeah. These are such a strange weapon, man. Okay, 1,200. Bloody hell. Right, well, that first game went really quite well. these weapons seem to have pretty good stats. I mean, for example, when we just start fresh on a damage meter before we get any Catalina stacks or any of the perk for hitting people with consecutive shots, we deal 680 damage in a boost. So like when you get a stacks up, it's quite easy, as you can see, to get like 1,000 damage of salvo in this thing. And it seems to synergize very well with Catalina too, because you're pretty much getting a stack of salvo. Bloody hell. 1.3 from that range. Yeah, these things feel pretty good, man. That was a bad decision. I kind of want to farm that Reaper guy on the right. I'm on 5 stacks currently, so that's really solid. Oh, that guy's screwed. Yeah, this feels like a really good counter against heavies, like for an epic weapon, you know. Oh, yeah, it feels good. 8 already in a minute and a half. Man, I gotta give it to the devs. They keep coming up with weird new ideas of making just the strangest crossbow weapons in the game. Because like, most of the crossbows are just mad in how they operate. You've got this, which is kind of like, oh, let's mix a crossbow with a devourer. And you got toadfishes. Let's mix crossbow that gives you a bunch of impulse. Then you got fukibaris. Like, let's make a heating crossbow. And whatever you would call the, what's it called? The Varan, whatever you describe that as well. I am actually quite liking this so far. I think I'm just going to strip this master. 1,000 damage. This guy got a Yeti or something. He's still in cloak. Oh no. Okay, good. Come on. Oh, okay. I thought that guy was stripped. I swear, that's the worst thing about Tritons, is that you can never actually tell when... Thank you. Yeah, that's not gonna help this build, apparently. Okay, yeah, so far these things feel really, really, like, useful. Wouldn't say overpowered or anything, but they feel very solid. Honestly, I think I'll strip this guy before he strips me. That compiler's on his way out already. Okay, hide, please. You poor soul. Mate, I would leave if I were, because you're just giving me my stacks. Alright, fine, I don't mind. Okay, get out of here, look. Teammate, I appreciate it, but please leave me alone. Like, these guys should just be hiding. They're just giving me so much free damage. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what happens. Wrong guy, mate. Okay, so one of the things I was thinking about with regards to this weapon I wasn't taking into account is that bearing in mind that these are only 12 energy epics, so they're gonna have really low power score. And the build right here, this is with like an Odin and stuff, so we're like super high with fighting like relic scorpions and legendary weapons. I think these things are gonna be incredibly strong when fighting other epics at a lower power score, like in Battle for Uranium, for example. Because there's like so far they feel very powerful for an epic. I don't think there's many epic weapons in the game that are going to be able to trade well with this thing or do well against it. Like, in terms of other epics... Okay, I knew you were here, so I just wanted to see what you were. Yeah, in terms of other epics, the only epics I can see that aren't like as good as this would be like an elephant. They're definitely better at the moment with their new fusion. I mean, what other epics are better than this thing? Yong Wang. That's pretty much it, to be honest, though, because this feels like a really strong, like, generalist weapon. Nice. I mean, I would feel great about that, but it's a shotgun, isn't it? I feel so sorry for shotguns in Crossout these days. Unless you're a Triton or a Split. Coincidentally, you know, the newer shotguns are not broken. So, further to what I was going on about in the last match, when you consider that these guns right now are only, what, 12 energy epics, so they're only 1,600 power score each, and they're performing this well, I would say that probably makes them one of the best epics in the game. Because again, these are unfused epics that we are running at like 15,000 power score, and we got, I'm getting really fed up again, shots right now. Yeah, so unfused epics that we're running at 15,000 power score. We're going up against plenty of legendaries and relics, and they're still doing really well. And I'm getting shot by everyone, it appears. Damn it. Okay. Oh God, everyone is just hating me today with you. Just dodge. Alright, who else is left? This guy. So yeah, the only epics I feel like definitely are better than this would be like the 4 fusion elephants, obviously. I'm gonna try and shoot low on him so he doesn't. Yeah. 4 fusion elephant, 4 fusion quasar, and the Yong Wang in the game at the moment. But as for everything else, I think it's probably one of the best epics. Thank you. Alright, well, call this the last game, man. Yeah, I would recommend you guys pick one of these up when you get the chance on the market. Definitely not now, because obviously the pack just released and these things are like 3 or 4k each on PlayStation Market right now, so don't buy them yet. But in the future, if these ever go down to like below 1,000, yeah, I'd pick them up. Because for the power score, it's a really good deal. You know, say if you were making a 9,000 power score build, you could have both of these guns on it, and that would total, what, 3,300 for your weapon power score consumption? That leaves you a good 5.5 left for the rest of your build, which is like a good amount. You could have a really solid, decent build with that power score. And the gun's just got really good stats, you know? Really good perk. Really fun to use as well. Like a crossbow devourer kind of deal. Oh, huh, he didn't say anything good. Come here, Moogie. I've never actually done a video on a Moogie. I need to do that at some point. Unfortunate. Oh, yeah, that felt satisfying. No, I'm just gonna leave it now. What? Okay. I was gonna say make it do a. Oh, that was a scorpion we just shot off, bear in mind. Nice, funny. Bloody hell. Ow. And that is it for the new Artemis epic crossbow. Yeah, these things feel like one of the best epics in the game. Them are probably a little too strong. Again, bear in mind we were running it at 15,000 power skill against legendaries and relics, and it was more than holding its own. So if you're taking this in like Battle for Uranium at 9 or 10, it will do even better. I don't think this is better than the overpowered elephant, to be honest, but it's a pretty good second place. So yeah, thank you for watching the video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will catch you for tomorrow's video.